I was quite big for my age of growing up, and I was the fat and ugly one amongst my siblings. I have a lot of sisters, you see. So when you're growing up, compared to them, and you're quite big, a bit more stockier than them, it wasn't easy because I was being compared to them all the time. Especially my twin sisters, they were both very small, and the other ones were very young, so it didn't really make a difference at the time. But, you know, when I went to college, it was hard because I didn't fit in that much with the girls, where they all wearing makeup, nice stilettos, skinny jeans, and there I was in my hat, jogging bottoms, and trying to hide myself and everything. It wasn't very pleasant when my cousins were always coming around. And coming from an Asian background, you know, they don't really hold back when they call you fat. I think the problem really started when my father actually said to me, right, you know, you need to do something. And the nicest way was, stop eating so much rice and curry. And he was like, hey, something's got to be done here. But he got to me. And I think the final straw was my father actually saying something like that to me. And I remember clearly the first time I ever exercised was probably at the age of 16, where I was in a long hoodie, and I took a little jog around the park, and it was pissing down with rain. But it made me feel comfortable because nobody was there to see me or anything. So from there, I think it just gave me this feeling of accepting myself. And by the time I lost a lot of weight, I was getting more attention from people, especially from boys. It made me feel good. You know, now as a part of the other girls, I can hang around with the girls. And slowly with that, step by step, I started wearing shoes, dresses, and I was becoming a girl all of a sudden, letting my hair down. So it was nice. And I think if I hadn't found exercise, I would have been a different person now. It took a lot of dedication as well to actually commit to certain sports growing up, etc. Growing up hand in hand with being called the ugly one or being fat all the time, I actually grew this horrible temper. I didn't even know where I got it from because nobody in my family is temperamental. But I was very volatile, very angry all the time. I didn't have anywhere to vent probably my thoughts in my head, and they were just eating me up even more and more and more. And the gym got a bit boring. I incurred a lot of injuries. And so I thought, let me give something new a shot. And me walking into the boxing gym was challenging because I'd never done anything on my own other than being with somebody, friends or sisters and everything. So I went in and I just got addicted to the game actually. It was not so much of just becoming a boxer. There was a lot of things involved in it that I was able to transfer later on in my life. For example, being disciplined, organised. But funny enough, it actually calmed me as well. So I wasn't that angry as much. And the end result was when my sisters once upon a time hated me and I was seen as the most rebellious child in the family. You know, I had loving parents around me all of a sudden, and my sisters and me became best friends. So boxing helped me, exercise helped me, and it became my saviour in many respects, and that's what I call it. Yeah. I mean, being a personal trainer, you just don't train people in a gym and that's it, you go home. There's so much more you need to know about the body. There's so much you have to engage with the client as well. And for me, the most incredible thing is watching my clients actually transform physically and mentally, and watching them grow. And in the same way I blossomed when I was young, it makes you a different person, a totally different person. I mean, I had a low self-esteem when I was growing up, purely by the way I looked. But it was a matter of changing how I looked to actually enjoy my own confidence, my own skin as well. Funny enough, this morning I told my dad my ambition is to climb the Mount Everest. Oh, yeah? And he said, what pathetic nonsense is that? But yeah, that would be my ambition, so yeah.